Hi everybody, welcome to another Whiskey Mystery. I'm Phil.
I'm Deepa.
There's a lot of people chatting today. What's all the chit chat? I think it's mostly Tim and Gerben. Who else is in? Donna Pass, Aquami. Well, welcome aboard. Something classy? What was that, Gerben? You're classy. Okay, what are we doing? We are going to be blind tasting. Let's see if we can get the viscometer underway, and then we'll get into the details. Go! We are going to be blind tasting bottle number 212, picked by Bruce. That's like, Bruce has got two almost on the row. I think you got the one last week. And this is quite an odd one, isn't it? Dazed and confused because we really weren't sure what to make of it.
I'm not sorry, but I like it and I like it.
I'm hoping to come in fresh again today and sort of taste it for, for what it is. Because in our tasting yesterday, it was a little bit, well, it's more that we couldn't understand it. And because we couldn't understand it, it made us feel insecure. And then if you don't understand it and you feel insecure, you don't want to say if you like it or not. So that's our starting point. So for the next 12 minutes, we are going to nose it, taste it. It's got to be Isle of Barley to get on the shelf. I don't think it's making it to top 10, but anything that appears on the shelf is now in the top 25% of whiskies we have tasted, and we've tasted about 200. 94 are left. Okay, yesterday's glass. Vanilla and a little bit of dirty char peat, possibly, but very, very light. There again, we said no peat for Springbank 18, so maybe something older with a little bit.
It's fine. It's salty.
Salty, yeah. It's not a very clean candy vanilla, is it? It's more like rustic cake burnt vanilla.
More biscuit with sugar.
Biscuit. Yeah, shortbread biscuits. Right, let's pour something. Here we go. How is the bubble factor going to be today? Well, it's got some colour and it's got some bubbles. Gregor is in, saying hello. Let's see. Suppose I may as well pour a dram since you're indulging and on the same time zone. I think you should, Gregor. Right. Sweet, dark sweetness and grass is what I got on that first note. Caramel, yeah. Sort of dark sweetness. So not light sugar, a sort of a dark, slightly roasted, like boiled down, caramelized sugar. Well, or caramel, what did Deepa say?
Okay, more vanilla, a bit stuff burnt vanilla, roasted vanilla.
Let me do this so we'll have a glass.
It's actually a biggest vanilla, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I actually said that before. It's not like a clean candy vanilla, it's more like a baking vanilla. Right. Do we get anything peaty here? No. Quite neutral. Just a little bit sponge cake.
Okay, soft. Okay, more soft. Fine.
Now, on this empty glass, I'm getting a lot of grass. Now, dried grass seeds, kind of ground up. Herbal, but without being pungent. So, dusty herbs.
I'm thinking of chicky. Well, you got them.
Chicky, peanut brittle. Chicky is, I guess it's Hindi. Is it Hindi? Or, yeah.
It's Indian food.
So quite a bit of ABV there. And we've just missed the viscometer. But I can see it. It was about, I can see it on the replay. 350. Okay, so the viscometer was actually pretty good. That works out at 111%. So above average viscosity. How about the bubbles? Let's go back to bubbles. Here we go. So we know they're good. They look fatter than 50. Yes, let's go up a notch because the diameter is bigger. 56 might be a better match for bubble diameter. Today's look like they're boiling off a little faster actually. And as you move up in ABV, here's a 61% bourbon. You can see you get this kind of boiling, large size boiling factor.
45.
I think it's above 56 from purely visuals.
Even 55. 54.
This is 56 and it's disappearing faster. I think that is, visually, that's saying 57, 58, 59, 60 even, I would say. Now, we'll find out when we taste it. Because it's so high ABV.
The ricotta.
Ricotta. So cheesy, but what type of cheese is ricotta?
In that dish, rather than cheesy, more of lemongrass ricotta.
Lemongrass ricotta. It's not a mature cheese type of thing.
Oh, no.
It's more, you're saying it's more like a dairy, fresh dairy.
Neutral.
Okay, so.
Oh, yeah, it's a plant.
Blancmange. At one point yesterday, I got this blancmange note. And I realised blancmange is like a classic school dinner dessert. I realised that's got to be a French word, blancmange, because that is not a word I've heard in America. Anyone American know what blancmange is?
Flower oil.
Blancmange is a dairy sweet dessert, by the way.
Flower oil.
Floral oil. I'm searching for sherry because it has quite a bit of colour, but I'm leaning towards bourbon. What about virgin oak? You know, like.
I think it could be American oak.
What about fresh virgin oak? Virgin bourbon oak. Because we've confused that for sherry before because you get all of that extra caramel sweetness out of it.
Because there's got a new smell of vanilla in the background.
Try this empty glass now. It's getting quite interesting. It's borderline on smoky, but it's more dusty.
More ricotta.
More ricotta. I don't really know what ricotta smells like.
Paneer.
Oh, paneer. Okay. So, like cottage cheese.
Yeah. Savory.
Slightly spirity in there as well. So maybe it's young.
Walnut.
I can see I'm getting just as dazed and confused as yesterday. There's certainly a lot of alcohol because you get the cooling. No, hang on. We need to do water first.
Okay.
Now I'm thinking younger more than anything.
Yeah, you were very green.
Very green. Right. Let's go for a watery version. See if we can tease out something useful. My goal is to try and give notes that don't leave Greg's whiskey guide totally confused. Is Greg in today? Greg's always like, these notes don't make any sense to me. Oh, okay. Something it's gone a little bit like Kleinlich with the water, where you have that detailed herbal thing, but a sort of a light fruit over the top as well. Quite bright.
I'm going to put more garnish. Quite garnish.
Quite bitter peppery on the end there. I was surprised by that.
Okay, it's more 90.
I'm going to take the ABV up a bit, which is frowned on a bit, isn't it, going this way? Powering back up as opposed to watering down. I know Ralphie says that you should only add the drops, and once you've put too much in and drowned it, you can't reform the molecules by adding more, but we're not that sophisticated.
It's fine. Heavy sugar.
Oh, hang on, have you gone full strength?
And then just a pepper bit I think sort of slow down to garnish.
So arrival is sugary, and then heavy sugars, and then it goes bitter. Now I've got a bit of water in this one. Slightly apple now.
Now vanilla is coming up. A touch of mint.
Oh, that spiciness comes in again. This is what happened yesterday. The nose is sweet, but the arrival is extremely short sweetness.
Yes.
And it sort of evaporates, and you think, hang on, did I taste sweet? It seemed, or not? It seems to have gone. It goes very quickly, and you get a little bit of a vacant gap in the middle where it's more just alcohol for a couple of seconds, and then all the pepper, sprinkles, herbal.
A firework.
I mean, it's. I like it, but I'm left very unsure.
And then it sort of stops to soft.
The nose is more.
The type of finish.
The nose is more full than the actual taste experience. Let me go again.
And the taste, no, the finish getting more vanilla, but the touch of licorice.
Oh, it goes. It's quite a bitter pepperiness at the end, isn't it? Which catches me by surprise because I get that initial direction towards sweetness, which evaporates, and then quite powerful, very spiky bitterness comes in. Okay, let me go full strength. How strong do you think it is?
55, 56.
55 or 56? How are we doing for time? Oh, 2 minutes.
But the second step, the sugar is thicker, but very roasted, blanket.
Okay, I'm going to take... At full strength, no. Not for me. Now, I'm going to say that's stronger, more like 58, because I can feel that overwhelming power. I'm not getting enough sweetness up front to balance the spiky bitterness at the end.
Okay, the finish is more vanilla, but very soft, roasted bacon vanilla.
Okay, comparisons. Better or worse? Oh.
It's good.
I know,
But yeah.
the finish isn't so different. It has a bit of that bitterness, but it holds the sweetness longer before...
But more... It was very lemony.
Well, I think it is a bit lemony.
But the finish, but today's finish is better than that finish.
So hang on. I know we're very biased towards Isla Barley, but if it's not better, it's not on the shelf. Oh, time's up. Let's give it another go with this. Now, actually going back, do you get anything sherry? Just on the nose. Too late. Because it's high ABV, I wanted you to go lower. All right, I'll go this one.
Oh, it's stronger. I would think it's 57. And maybe a touch of sherry, if anything is possible. Oh, it's bad.
Quite simple.
Coming back to it's
that's
really bad.
That's why I didn't want you to.
It's interesting. I think I'm okay on the pretty fat.
That's why I was trying to stop you from drinking the 58%, because this is only 52. Let me go up.
Maybe this is all over the place. This is more steady.
I don't like the second half of this.
Because it's sort of
Okay,
very normal.
try this again. Now you've had a little gap.
But much more interesting. I go for this one.
So this is better as well.
Because
Okay.
this one is pretty.
This is Aaron single cask Ex-Bourbon, which is right by Isla Barley.
Yes,
I thought
but how many years?
15.
15. that is older.
Older?
Because this one is 3 years. I'm surprised that it's 14.
Okay. It's a more like conditioned journey. Let's go back one more time. I think I should have a little bit of water.
I actually don't feel inspired to take more. It's heavy.
Okay, that was better.
Oh,
I think it's close. I think it is just off the shelf. Oh, there it comes. What's with the finish?
It's toasted vanilla.
It's almost a bit chilly for me at the end. It might just need a touch more water. I think it's close. I think it would be on the third shelf. Have this one. This has got water in. But I think it's not quite going to make it. Let me bring up the picture. You can see that I was a bit confused when I was drawing it yesterday. Couldn't quite place anything.
I don't like it that much. I think it's
I think
really flat. Not flat. It's that there's not much get on in it.
We've been trying Ex-Bourbon, and I didn't pick up sherry coming back.
Neither.
So I think we are mostly Ex-Bourbon.
Mostly American oak.
Yeah. You have to use American oak to make bourbon.
Oh.
So you can't have Ex-Bourbon from a sherry barrel.
Oh, I mean
from a European.
That was my first thing.
No, Ex-Bourbon is American oak.
Okay.
But it could be virgin American oak. There could be some virgin oak. We're not that familiar with it. Right, let's go to the list. ABV, we're looking high, right? Right, people. I know you've probably been guessing. I've been avoiding looking at the chat. It's probably not in the 60s, but if it is, Edredara, maybe it's something like a SMWS, maybe. Because we wouldn't really know what that single barrel might be like. I think it's relatively young. I mean, there again, you said older. Could it be unpeated Colila?
Yes, it could be.
18-year-old. That's almost 60%. There's a Linkwood, not Edredara, no. I don't think there's enough. Glenlossie, 58.7, an 8-year-old. I might be tempted with that. Oh, Tim, does that sound anything like your Ben Romack cask strength? Batch 1. That little dirtiness, I think Ben Romack used worm tubs.
So I need more metallic.
It could be a spring.
But I'm not very metallic.
What's the possibility of it being Springbank local barley?
No.
Could be. Auchentoshan Balance. Right. I think
the ABV is not that high.
Okay, I don't think it's a Port Charlotte. I think it could be. Is that a no age statement? 58%. Saigon cinnamon spiced shortbread. That sounds.
But how many years? 8 years.
8 years.
8 years. Yeah.
21-year Linkwood, not for me. Colila? I'm actually tempted to go with this Glenlossie now.
I think there's another possibility.
I also thought maybe it could be the Cadenhead Paul John. 55%. What else is down here? Is there an outside? Is there a possibility it is the Bear Barley, local barley?
It's not alive enough.
But it's grassy. We didn't like the 11-year Bear Barley.
Yeah, but today it's a bit too flat. But it's
okay.
Back.
We weren't picking up the peat. If it's local barley, I'm going to say it's probably the 11-year Bear Barley. Okay, so hang on, what have we got 3 pieces of paper for? Which one are you picking? You're going for Colila. Okay, so we were both going for paper. Backup. Could be. What do you think, Tim? Right, let me go to the chat for a second before we reveal.
It's 59, but no. I think my ABV is 55.
Yes, well, we'll find out. Right. Okay, Gigi, what are you going? So, Gigi, you are guessing the Ben Rome at cask strength. I was hoping that Donna Pass might join in. Would like to see that one revealed. Tim, come on, tell us if you think it is. Give us a yes or no, because it is from you, Tim. This is a trade, isn't it? No, I think you just gifted this. Thank you very much.
I'm giving this.
We don't seem to be finding the Campbelltown Funk Whiskey 101. Let me go one more time on the glass that's been empty the longest. No, I'm not getting cheesiness. So, possibly, but I'm going away from Springbank now then. Nurse Dave, silly old chores getting in the way. Never mind. Batch 1 is still around in California for $65, Donna Pass is saying. Longmorn single barrel, right. I think we have about everyone. Bobby J, let's see. Gigi and Bruce are both on the Ben Romack. Or the Glenlossie. I feel swayed by the group now. If it's local barley, I think more my guess at Belgravia, as it's the least peated local barley, unlike most Springbanks. It could be. Gerben, absolutely clueless. Hey, what's going on there?
Forget us.
Well, why don't you drink these?
Put the butter.
I thought you said you weren't inspired to drink more.
I know, but I'm trying to forget us which one about to win.
We've already done the figuring out. Anuj, catching alive after a while. Sounds like it could be. Tim is saying it could be.
Yeah, but you put it on the shelf.
Well, we've said it's just off the shelf, I think. Right. Final decision.
I'm not sure if I go for this or this.
Okay, we'll all wait.
Oh, I go for this then.
Right, so we're both going for young ones. Here we go. Ready for the reveal. ABV, what are we looking for? 58 and 59. ABV is 55. Oh no, Deepa was right.
I told you 55.
Well, why'd you pick that then?
Because there were no other options.
Why'd you pick that?
I think there were no other options.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was not so ABV. I said 55.
Well, why didn't you stick with it?
Yeah.
Back to the spreadsheet. What's it going to be then? If it's 55, revote. Everyone gets a fresh chance. Longmorn, Highland Park. Oh, hang on. Paul John. Right. That means I'm going back to the Paul John.
No, about Tormore.
Tormore is 30 years old.
That's 30 years.
I didn't even bring the box down. I mean, it's up on the shelf. Highland Park. Gunner PX.
Longmorn 14.
Longmorn 14.
Yeah, I got Longmorn 14. We got a vanilla.
Oh, I don't know where it is. I think it's probably a box. Right.
I'm giving Longmorn 14.
Here we go. What have we got? 55%. It is 7 years old. I think I've got it. It's from India. Paul John.
I'm stuck. I'm very stuck because I'm not picking up anything Indian.
I'm giving myself a bomb and a firework.
I'm not picking up any of this spicy. It's very Scottish rather than Indian.
I did put it down on the list of things to bring up. Yesterday I had Paul John 7 along with the Oh, contussion. Okay.
Papa, intermittent. Okay.
It's all here. Now.
I think give me 5 for 55.
Okay, Deepa gets fireworks for 55.
And you won.
Don't know if anyone got that. No one's going to know. Right, let's have a look though. Because this is a Cadenhead's bottling. Let me tip the camera up a little. Okay. Cadenhead World Whiskies. Let's see if we can work out what we were drinking. Indian single malt, distilled at Paul John Distilleries in Goa, India. 7 years, matured in an oak cask. So it's a single cask. And it is a bourbon hogshead. Let's see, does it give us any clue? Look how dark that is. Let's see what their notes are. Cask strength, and just see any other tips. Tasting notes. Rich, spicy, quite herbal, faint meaty notes with soft peat aromas. I think we were pretty close on that. Palate. Peat is bigger on the palate. Maybe not. Forest fruits, golden syrup and raisin butter. Maybe, yeah. Finish. Honey, soft peat and more dry spices. 2 years in Campbelltown has mellowed this dram. Wait a minute. Oh, of course.
I don't know pass. Yes. The same button, but it was very rare.
Oh, yeah, that massive thunderstorm. We bought it in Cadenhead's in London. Yes. So, this was obviously a 5-year-old whiskey.
Oh!
When it came to Cadenhead's. And remember, Cadenhead's warehouse is at Springbank. So it spent 2 years in Campbelltown.
At the end?
Yeah.
No wonder they gave that mellow, very good finish.
I wonder if they shipped it in the barrel. A full barrel. Because it says a single in an oak cask. The suggestion is it is one single cask.
Oh, so there's a guy that's
348 bottles. But what I'm wondering is, did they ship a full barrel of whiskey from India?
It's possible.
All the way across to Campbelltown in the wooden barrel.
Wow.
Normally, I think they would pour it into a plastic container. You know, the big safe things. Ship it.
I see.
But then they would have to put it back into the same barrel or a different barrel. Okay. $90. That works at $10 a year, roughly. Does it?
I've asked him. This person is a very good person.
Oh, I see. $10 a year at 40 ABV. Well, look how dark it is. It's actually pretty comparable to the colour of the Arran, isn't it? The Arran is a little darker, actually.
So is that a tamarind that gets that colour?
Well, Dazed and Confused is probably valid now that we know it is not a Scottish whiskey, but it's had a foot in Campbelltown. Does that mean it's another Springbank? Quality control. Let's check the bottle pour. Do you feel patriotic?
I'm the surprise. It's non-Indian at all.
Is it worth $90? Well,
90.
Yes.
That's true. It's better I think of Island Park.
True.
But $65. Now I get the better.
Yeah.
Very roasted, picky, vanilla.
Spiciness. It's got the spicy bit. Well, okay.
But I'm not picking up any cinnamon. Although it's not spicy.
Well, for me, it's spicy at the end. I said chili. At one point, I said chili. Any other thoughts?
But I'm saying that it's very spicy. It doesn't have all the flavour of the spices. It's more of the heat.
Yes, well, it's
peppery.
It's an Indian whiskey. It doesn't have masala in the barrel, does it?
That's what I meant.
Yeah. I mean, it is still malted barley. and probably malted barley, maybe imported from Scotland for Paul John. Does anyone know? I think they might. No, I'm thinking of Amroot Fusion, aren't I now?
I think they use the Indian cranked. They use everything in India. I thought that they sip for the 2 years to finish off.
I think if they're introducing peat, the peat is coming from Scotland. Now, they say it's slightly peated.
But the peat in India.
Okay. I don't know the facts, so there's no point in saying too much. Right, over to the chat. See if we can make any sense of any of our questions. Okay. A bomber work. Oh no. I don't know what I said.
That's the firefuck. Bomber.
Oh yeah, bomber work. I see, yeah. Not even close, Bobby J. Well, I don't think we were that close really, were we? Donna Pass. Is that the one? Oh yeah, that's right. Deepa called that one out. It is. If you look back at our London, one of our London videos from 2 years ago, we're in the middle of a massive thunderstorm, hiding, trying not to get the umbrella struck by lightning as we run to the Cadenhead shop. I only had a Paul John sample from James Gerben. Nice. Looks like a recharred hogshead. Oh, could be, couldn't it?
Could be. It's possible.
Maybe that's where... Let's see. Deepa mentioned a flavour that she described with a Hindi word. She was in the right direction. Well, chickies are just peanut brittle, you know. So caramel and peanuts. But there's always a bit of spiciness gets into Indian stuff, even if it's peanut brittle. Chicky. I like the word chicky. Chickies. Right. Did you like that one? Oh, James is asking Gerben if he liked it. I haven't been back to that bottle in a long time. So you're reaching past it, James? Yes, shipped in the cask.
Wow.
Fair enough. I was not sure. It was so early in my journey. I have some... Oh, you've saved most of it. So Gerben, you haven't rushed back to it either. This episode title is spot on then. It is. I think I'm happy with that title. Guess they could get that colour from a hogshead in India with the heat. True. But, you know, like we say...
I mean, I'm not becoming any sherry. There was no sherry.
No, it's ex-bourbon. I mean, I was trying to see if this is any particular type of... It just says bourbon cask. So, obviously, Aaron can do it as well. Aaron...
in Scotland.
That's just 15 years in a bourbon cask. It just depends how active the cask is, and like Tim says, if it's recharred, it can reactivate it. Could have been shipped in a BPA barrel. There's an independent bottler of rums here in Sweden that gets all their stuff shipped in BPA barrels, then recasks. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder if they recast it. I'm drinking Paul John Brilliance whilst watching this. Should have seen it as a sign. Come on, Whisky 101. We didn't have any overlap on those notes. Whisky 101, oh, you think you got it? But only after we reset. Good enough for us.
Brilliant. It's a different of this one. It's brilliant.
That's fine. Whisky 101. We'll give it to you. And let's go ahead and pick a top shelf, bottom shelf. Dazed and Confused, Led Zeppelin at their best. There you go. That's their peated expression. Wow. Well, obviously we weren't getting a lot.
I knew that they peated expression.
You know, we talked about there could be some peat in there.
In the glass.
Let me do the little hand thing again. I mean, it comes across more as sort of a dirty earthiness.
I become Indian. Burfi.
Burfi.
It's sweet dessert.
How would you spell that?
P-A-R-F-I.
Oh, I don't know.
Anush.
Perfy. Anush. Right. I was sipping Amrit Cask Strength and watching you guys, Soren. It was a sign also. That's even closer. Well, I guess, where's Amrut? I know this, Paul John is Goa. Is Amrut Goa or is it somewhere else completely? Right, deeper side, bottom shelf, in the middle, making the bourbon.
Put a pressure.
Yeah, it's time for a bourbon. I really want to taste
Bottom shelf, in the middle.
I want to taste the bourbon. It's been so long. Right, here we go. New bottle. This is going to be
How many bourbons are there?
213. There's only three. There's only three left. Whiskey 101. Thank you for your choice. I should tear this label off so I don't get confused.
I'll put the other stuff over here.
It will. It's not going to make it, is it?
I'm sorry, yeah.
Sorry, India. Right.
But it's a pretty good shop, though. Pretty good shop.
Yeah. I mean,
It's good.
it is quite unique. You want to go over all the notes again, or do you want to pour the
Yes.
new bottle? Right. It's bourbon time.
No,
it's not. It is not bourbon time.
Peppers.
Yeah, it looks pretty big bubbles. Here we go. Condensed milk and flour. That's funny, Anuj, because barfi. Oh, I thought you said P.
No, yeah, I said this.
Oh, B. I misheard it. Barfi. That's funny because I said blancmange.
Oh, yes, that's true.
And blancmange is a
but-
dairy, sweet dairy.
But for cardamom, that's when I got the
Cardamom.
cardamom.
Cardamom is so like always shouting to grab attention. Cardamom. Put a little bit in. It's like, hello, cardamom here. It really cuts across everything. I'm not a fan. Oh, Amrut is Bangalore. Right.
Good.
Is it going on the shelf? I mean, not a million miles away from the others.
More familiar.
Not that much more familiar. But it does it better.
No, let me try this one.
Right. Well.
Oh, today is better.
What?
It's a from Dumbledore country.
Just because it's got the Indian flag on. It's like the Springbank effect. Only stronger. Wow, that spicy kick at the end is what I don't like.
But it's a Dumbledore, it's a country.
You actually think that the experience is over. Like, you're like, oh, that was nice. And then you're like, this little pepper dragon arrives at the end. Right. Thanks everyone for watching. We will be back.
I'm thirsty.
We do need a bigger shelf, Patrice. Burfy. Burfy? Right. Not barfy. Sign something like you would be. Yeah, burfy. Burfy. Right.
Burfy.
Cardamom. Used a lot in Swedish desserts and pastries too. I love it. There you go. James likes
I never
cardamom.
knew that. Interesting.
A
Wow.
home bias creeping in. Yeah.
I like cardamom ice cream.
Actually, cardamom ice cream. Not bad.
So good.
Some classic French pastries use cardamom instead of cinnamon. There you go. Right, we will be back on Thursday.
But no cardamom.
Without cardamom. Does it have fennel? Does it have meat?
No.
Does it have cheese?
No.
It must be quite strong because it's holding up after all those other cask strengths today.
Not bad.
All right. Thanks all for watching. We will see you in another few days. Right, what to have now? Pizza.
Oh, give me